Okay, math learners, we are here in our second half of the discussion for dividing polynomials. Dividing polynomial by a polynomial. We have here the first example, y squared minus 3y minus 10 divided by y plus 2. Okay, now what are the things to consider if your divisor is a binomial or not a monomial? Now, we cannot apply what we have learned in the monomial. Why? Because we cannot divide the dividend by the divisor by term if you have two or more terms as the divisor. Because in order for this divisor to be cancelled or it can divide the whole group, at least it is a factor of the given dividend. Now, what are the things we need to consider? Actually, my dear math learners, there are three methods that you can do about this. The first one is by the use of factoring. The second one is by the use of long division. And the third one is by the use of the synthetic division. However, the synthetic division is discussed in the grade 10 level. The factoring is discussed in the grade 8 level, while the long division is discussed from the grade 7 up to the grade 10 level. But since this is math learning with Sir Ash, I will introduce some of the topics. Okay. Now, since this is y squared minus 3y minus 10 over y plus 2, again, what you can do here is, since this is a trinomial, meaning 3 terms, I can factor this. When I factor this, I can use the factors in which I will be making a FOIL method. Okay? So, I will factor the first, that is y squared. So, factors of y squared are y and y. Because y times y is y squared. And then, what are the factors of negative 10? Such that when I add them, the answer is negative 3y. So, the answers are negative 5 and positive 2. Meaning that if I break this down, these are the factors. Okay? Then, it is divided by your divisor, which is y plus 2. Now, what can you observe in this given scenario? As you can see, you have the same binomial in the numerator and in denominator. Then, if that is the case, you can cancel them and what's left is your final answer. So, therefore, your final answer is y minus 5. Easy, right? But that is by the use of the factoring method, which will be introduced when you were in the grade 8 level. But in my channel, you can watch this, my dear math learner. Just visit my playlist in the grade 8 level. Easy, right? Now, let's consider the second example. We have a cubed minus 4a squared plus 2a minus 3 divided by a plus 2. Okay, my dear math learners, I will teach you what is taught in the grade 7, and that is the long division. And that is also what is introduced in your modules. What you will do is you just make this symbol. Okay, I know this is very familiar to you because this is applied in your elementary days. So, you write the numerator inside this symbol. So, that is a cubed minus 4a squared plus 2a minus 3. Okay. And then, your divisor will be placed here. So, that is a plus 2. So, what you will do, my dear math learner, is you cover this one. Okay? And you also cover this one, leaving you a cubed and a. Now, a cubed divided by a, that is applied in the quotient rule. Having the same base, what you will do is you just copy the base and subtract the exponents. 3 minus 1, that is 2. So, the answer is a squared. So, the question is, why did I put this above my quadratic term? Because since there are two terms here, I will be considering two terms also. So, a cubed divided by a, and that is a squared. Now, having this, what you will do is you multiply this quotient to this one. So, a squared times a, that is a cubed. A squared times 2, or positive 2, that is positive 2a squared. And what you will do is you just subtract. The same process as you are dividing big numbers. Okay? So, if you subtract this, you don't have any left. So, negative 4 minus positive 2, that will give you negative 6a squared. And then you bring down the 2a, and the minus 3. Okay. So now I will cover again. Okay. Leaving me negative 6a squared divided by a. Negative 6a squared divided by a. That will give me negative 6a. So again, this negative 6a multiplied to a, that will give me negative 6a squared. And then, negative 6a times positive 2, that will give me negative 12a. So what we'll do is you then again subtract. So nothing is left here. So 2 minus negative 12. So minus negative, that will become positive. So 2 plus 12, that will give us positive 14a. And we bring down 3. Now, we cover the negative 3. We cover the positive 2. 14a divided by a. And that is positive 14. 14 times a. That is 14a. And then 14 times 2. That is positive 28. So therefore, if you subtract this one, there is nothing left here. Negative 3 minus 28. That will become plus negative, and you will have negative 31. Now, what do you call this negative 31? Since there is nothing left to be brought down, that will be what we call the remainder. So, how will you write your answer? That is basically a squared minus 6a plus 14 plus negative 31 over, you just copy this divisor, a plus 2. And that will be your final answer. Now, I know this may be challenging, but more practice of this one, I know you can do it, my dear math learners. Okay? So now, let us go to our third example. Okay, now, my dear math learners, we are here to our final example. We have x cubed plus 8x plus 8 over x minus 2. Now, I will do this using the long division so that you will have more mastery on it. So, by writing, I will just write x minus 2 as my divisor, and this will be my dividend. Now, in this manner, there is something wrong in what I wrote. What is that? If you could observe your terms in your dividend, there is no quadratic term, meaning the x squared, right? So if that is the case, you need to put it in your dividend group. So what you will do is you just erase this one and you add the 0x squared. Then you just copy the remaining plus 8 over 8 there. Okay, my dear math learners, I hope that is clear to you. Make sure that all of your terms are available. If you don't see it in the given, then you just put a value of 0 with that term so that in dividing, you don't have any mistakes. Okay? So now, what I will do is I will divide this one. I will cover this, so give me x. I will also cover this one. So x cubed divided by x, that is x squared. X squared times x, that is x cubed. X squared times negative 2, that is negative 2x squared. Okay. Nothing is left here. 0 minus negative 2. Minus negative will become positive. So that will give me positive 2x squared. I will bring down the remaining terms. Okay. So I will cover this one, giving me 2x squared. I will cover this one, giving me x. 2x squared divided by x, that is positive 2x. So 2x times x, that is 2x squared. 2x times negative 2, that is negative 4x. And then I will subtract them. Nothing is left here. So 8 minus negative 4. Minus negative 4 will become positive. So that is positive 12x. And I will bring down the plus 8. So 12x divided by x, that is positive 12. Okay. So 12 times x, that is 12x. And 12 times negative 2, that is negative 24. So if I subtract them, 12, nothing's left. 8 minus 24, that will become 8 plus 24. And the final answer is 32. So, your remainder will be 32. So, how will you write your answer? That is x squared plus 2x plus 12 plus your remainder 32 over the divisor x minus 2. And this is your final answer. Easy, right? So, my dear math learners, I hope you get the idea on how to divide polynomials by a binomial and polynomials by a polynomial. Now, this is the time that I will challenge you whether you have understood our topic, and here it is. Okay, math learners, I hope you have a wonderful time in our discussion for today. If you still have any confusions about this topic, do not hesitate to put it in our comment section below. This is still your free access math teacher Ash, and always remember, it is fun to learn mathematics if we are together learning. Thank you so much, God bless, and keep safe always. Congratulations, math learners, for arriving to this part of the video. If you think that this video have helped you, click that like button. And if you think that this channel can change the way you see mathematics, do not forget to click that subscribe button and notification bell. Thank you.